Okay, Soccerworld Fan TV here. We have just came back from an amazing, scintillating match of football, which was Manchester United, Man City, which the score line was absolutely sublime with the 0-0 draw. And we have here a Man City supporter, mate. Do you feel like how do you feel about the game first and foremost?
Um, I guess like the main takeaway was that this didn't feel like a derby whatsoever. Um, I think a big thing was it is that there was no fans. It was the first derby without having any fans because the last derby was right before lockdown happened. So I know that a lot of people say that fans they kind of have an influence on whatever the game's going on, but I feel like such a big game as the Manchester Derby that has a real impact on the game. So it was kind of dead, to be honest. Both teams they didn't create that many good chances. There was a few decent chances for both teams, but at the end of the day, that's not the kind of game that I was expecting. So like yeah, it's not what it lived up to.
Mm-hmm. I want to ask pretty some hard running questions, and I can't believe to ask it because usually in a derby match there's a lot to talk about. Although I do have to ask though, what do you think was the issue in terms of going forward? Because you were creating chance, however, you weren't able to capitalize in the final third.
I don't think we had the cutting edge today. There was a lot of opportunities where De Bruyne was whipping in the balls, and you could see that nobody was attacking those like key positions where last season, the season before, or any of the seasons that we were scoring a lot of goals. That there was always players waiting in the box or making those key runs where Kevin's just whipping in the balls because they know that he's got a certain area where he likes to ping the balls in, and nobody was making these like kind of attacking runs. So our cutting edge was lacking this game, and well, credit to United, they played a really good game. I think Maguire played amazing. He was holding it really tight at the back, and yeah. So the yeah.
And then what about on the defensive end as well? Because you were leaking quite a lot of chances. You know, like Rashford was able to get through the channels and everything. And was there a way that you could have maybe have stopped that a bit more better?
Well, I think our defense kind of lacks a lot of pace, and I know Rashford's game. He likes to make cuts or like runs into the box in behind their defense. So that's his game, and he was able to execute that well. But I don't think we played necessarily bad defense. I know that John and Ruben Diaz partnership where they've kept a clean sheet. So for them, I think that's good for their confidence, especially Stones, because he's been in and out of the squad for the last season. So um, I don't. He didn't make any mistakes, and I know Rashford had a few chances running behind him, but I think he still played fairly decent. He didn't have too many good goal scoring opportunities. So yeah, not a poor defensive display on our end.
Mm-hmm. And you did talk about it in the stream a lot. I do want to put this out there that you said you rather had Phil Foden over a lot of players and everything. And why? What does Phil Foden? What could he have brought into the game compared to a lot of the players that were on the pitch?
I think City brings a lot of passion to our team. Obviously, being a City supporter his whole life, he wants to play for the club and he wants to play for the badge. And you could see on the pitch, um, Mahrez and Sterling were playing at their best, and they weren't playing as good as they could, as we've seen in the past. And I feel like if he was on the pitch, he would have wanted the ball played in behind or played to him so he could create chances for other players or for himself. And I feel like just because he's that kind of player that he wants the ball to him and he wants to make things happen, I think he's a real big game changer. And I don't see why Pep doesn't play him more. He's been playing one game a week, but I feel like he's 20 years old now, and now is the time where he can show his potential and he can fill the boots that people have been saying that he could be one of the best players in England or he's such a generational talent. I think this is the time that he should be proving it. And I don't think Pep is giving him as many opportunities as he should be because he should be playing more often, especially in crucial games like this one.
Mm-hmm. And speaking about Pep as well, his record against United in recent times has been quite horrendous to say lightly. Um, Coming back from last season, he has lost 3 games against only winning one in the League Cup. and then this game here is getting 0-0. Do you think Pep maybe can't like rattle these guys up to show how important this derby is, or do you think it's like maybe like a mentality thing, or?
Um, to be honest, I honestly don't know. Cause yeah, what was it? 3 of the 4 games that we played last season were losses, and even though a few of the games we didn't play particularly poor, we just got well, they capitalized on their key chances, and that's something that for whatever reason we can't do in derbies in recent history. So I don't know if that's a mental thing or it's part of his tactics, or we're not allowed to score against United. But yeah, I'm not really sure.
Hmm. And of course, we're close to the what is it? We've already finished like 10 games. I think it's a lot to access in this time. Where do you think that you need to improve now? Because you're still technically in the mid table. Of course, like, yeah, you still have a game in hand. So then, if you did win that game, you would be, slightly higher and everything. But what do you think you need to improve going forward?
Definitely on the attacking end, we're not leaking goals, especially recently. Having John in the lineup, we haven't conceded in like 8 hours, and he's won 8 games out of 8. Now it's 8 games out of 9. But on a defensive end, I think we're not playing poorly. We're still leaking opportunities, which you'd expect in this kind of game, the game that Pep likes to play. But definitely on an attacking end, we're not clinical enough, and I feel like maybe a change up front would do something like that. Aguero not being on the bench is kind of a key point, and not really only making one attacking substitution in this game specifically. In the last game against Fulham, we didn't make any substitutions. The game against Tottenham, again, I don't think we made any attacking substitutions. So I think changing that attacking momentum in crucial games is something that Pep's lacking these past few weeks.
Hmm. Well, thank you so much once again. I know it's been quite a lackluster year, but we did get a lot of information out of it, surprisingly. Wow. But yes, if you guys do appreciate Mitch's reaction to the game and his analysis, please give a like on this video, and please share this video, of course, and of course subscribe to the Soccerworld channel, because if you do give this more and more support, we'll be giving out more and more content like this. And yeah, hopefully we go big, we go through. Yeah. See you in the next game, mate.
Yeah, take care.
And as always, y'all take care and peace.